Hello there and welcome to the latest episode of TSAtv Newsdesk from the people at TheSixthAxis.com, bringing you all the news from the world of gaming for the week ending Sunday, November 24th. The next generation is now officially the current generation, with this week's release of the Xbox One, so we'll kick off this week's show with some celebratory current-gen Newsdesk. Microsoft has confirmed that the Xbox One has sold more than 1 million units in the first 24 hours across the 13 launch territories. That's a new record for the brand, although Amazon UK has suggested that it expects records to be broken again by the European PS4 release this coming Friday. Much like last week's PS4 issues, it seems that a small number of One owners are struggling with dodgy disk drives. Microsoft says it plans to deal with that as quickly as possible. Meanwhile, the Twitch streaming, originally slated for launch, has slipped to the first part of 2014, although users are able to export videos to PCs and manually to YouTube via the SkyDrive options built into the system. It also seems that the console's optical out port only supports stereo audio for the moment, with the company planning to add support for surround sound over optical in a future update. Over in the States, those lucky Americans are now into week 2 with their PS4s, and Sony has revealed that the console sold more than 1 million on day 1 in the US alone, breaking console sales records, while retailer GameStop says it has 2.3 million on its worldwide waiting list. PS4 firmware version 1.51 has also been released, refining various UI elements, including a distinction when downloading a game and its update at the same time, while Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag on PS4 has received an update to bump the rendering resolution up to a full 1080p. It seems the microphone in the PlayStation camera automatically sends audio during gameplay, with no switch seemingly present in the console's options to disable it. One tip is to host a party chat on your own, or just unplug the camera if you want to avoid voice chat. Dolby has confirmed that the PS4 supports their DTS HD master audio system to enable 7.1 surround sound even on streaming content, and Sony has nailed down the final details ahead of this week's European launch for the console. iPlayer, BBC Sport, Demand 5 and IGN apps will all be available at launch in the UK, while an Ultimate Edition bundle including both a PS4 and a PS Vita will be available here in December. Those with early access to EU PS4s have also confirmed a discrepancy between prices on the PlayStation Store and the Xbox One's game store. While all three cost £54.99 on Xbox One store, Assassin's Creed 4 is listed at £57.99 on PS4, while both FIFA 14 and Battlefield 4 appear at a pricey £62.99. It has, unsurprisingly, been a quiet week for new announcements, but Square Enix has confirmed that the HD remasters of Final Fantasy X and X-2 will be available on March 21st next year on PS3, with Vita details to be confirmed at a later date. Atlus has announced they will be bringing Conception 2 Children of the Seven Stars to Western 3DSs and Vitas in spring, and Gran Turismo 6 will be the first full series entry to be available as a digital download. Pre-orders are now live on the PlayStation Store, with the regular edition costing £49.99 and the special edition another £10 on top of that, while developers Polyphony have confirmed that players will be able to purchase in-game credits using real-world cash to unlock cars. In the news this week, veteran developer John Carmack has left Doom studio id to take up a full-time position at VR firm Oculus, while the currently limited PlayStation mobile platform will finally be expanding, arriving in 9 new countries including Ireland from December 18th. Administrators for troubled rental firm Blockbuster have confirmed that 72 stores will be closing, making 452 staff unemployed, while rumblings suggest that the remainder of branches will also be closing down by December 20th. And supermarket chain Sainsbury's will stop selling physical media, including video games, from its online store early next year. In other news, a promotional email has confirmed that Call of Duty Ghosts map packs will be titled Onslaught, Devastation, Invasion and Nemesis, mirroring the name of the in-game space station Odin, and DICE will be enabling double experience next weekend in Battlefield 4 as an apology for launch issues across most platforms. Ubisoft has suggested that future Assassin's Creed games could feature shared single and multiplayer worlds, like the company's own Watch Dogs and EA's Need for Speed rivals. Minecraft Vita developer 4J has confirmed that it will be more in line with the console version than the iOS and Android Pocket Edition, and Sony has revealed new content for musical platformer Soundshapes. Vocoder and Old School sound packs alongside the game's first additional art pack will be available alongside the PS4 version here next week, while new community playlists curated by Sony's Shuhei Yoshida, Scott Rode and Santa Monica studio teams are now available. As you might expect given all the next-gen excitement, there are a whole bunch of rumours doing the rounds, including the appearance of an apparent Fallout 4 countdown site and a leaked piece of promo art for a seemingly inevitable LEGO Hobbit game. A mysterious road sign in a PS4 TV ad has reignited rumours that Crash Bandicoot is returning to Sony, fueled further by the complete removal of all references to the series from Activision's various websites. Trophy lists for Assassin's Creed 4 downloadable content have leaked and suggest Blackbeard will be added as a multiplayer character, while rumours suggest Telltale's Dream IP project may in fact be a game based on fantasy epic Game of Thrones. Speaking to Top Gear, Gran Turismo head honcho Kazunori Yamauchi has seemingly suggested that Gran Turismo 7 on PS4 could arrive as early as next year. While those holding out hope for the recently cancelled free-to-play Command & Conquer game will be pleased to hear a support site mentions that production will resume on the title in the future. It seems that there's always another gaming event around the corner to be excited for, and following on from Sony's PS4 launch party announcements, the next is the newly renamed VGX show on December 7th. Previously known as the Spike Video Game Awards, this year's show is already confirmed to feature a new Witcher 3 trailer, as well as a Titanfall surprise, while Microsoft's Quantum Break and Nintendo's Reggie Fils-Aimé are both expected to make an appearance as well. It seems that following a listing on Amazon Italy dating it for a January release, a next-gen definitive edition of this year's Tomb Raider reboot may also make an appearance at that show. Chart time, and Call of Duty Ghosts continues to hold on to first place for a second week. New in at number 2 is LEGO Marvel Superheroes, while FIFA 14 is up 1 from last week to number 3. Going the other way is Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag down 1 to 4, and Battlefield 4 is down 3 to number 5. Elsewhere, Ratchet & Clank Nexus enters the chart at number 21, while XCOM expansion Enemy Within is at number 25. That's it for this week's show, bar a couple of last bits. A new update has added daily challenges to the PS3 and Vita versions of Spelunky, while a demo for this week's new Vita release Tearaway is now available on the PlayStation Store. Puzzler Robot Rescue Revolution will hit PSN for PS3 on December 4th, with Terraria finally arriving on Vita that same day, while PS4 downloadable Tiny Brains has slipped to December 11th. And if you're having issues with the PSN this week, you may need to reset your password, as Sony has issued compulsory resets for an apparently small number of accounts, as a purely precautionary measure. For more on everything in this week's show, as well as reviews of Tearaway and Super Mario 3D World, head over to TheSixthAxis.com and give us a follow on Twitter or a like on Facebook to get the latest news delivered directly to you. We'll be back with more Newsdesk next week, but until then, thanks for watching.